The eerie sound of the tram going by at the other end of the block. It is now just barely 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Nobody is awake but us. This is
Everyone's awake. They're just waking up.
well, that's nobody's. The city hasn't become alive yet.
Yeah.
But it is daylight, and the birds are making themselves known. So in a very literal sense, morning. Yes, we did go by Albert Heijn last night. I did not pick up any coffee. So I am probably going to be having you pick up a medium coffee. Because I don't know if I can actually make coffee yet at home. And a venti is just absolutely over the top expensive at Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when you're actually pricing stuff, you're like, yeah, I really don't need that big for that big a price jump. Which is sometimes weird, at least in soda in the States, when you're looking at like a 20 ounce or a liter or a 2 liter, and sometimes the 20 ounce is like X price, and the liter is just that little bit more, and then the 2 liter is like 2 cents more than the liter. But anyways, so yeah, we finished that season of Good Omens.
There's been some debate on the fan forums about whether there's going to be another season.
There have also been debate on the fan forums about validity of shipping.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I mean, there's always debate about shipping on fan forums, you know? Like, it doesn't, it's, until I got into a group of people that was in more of to the artsy-fartsy cultures, I didn't actually realize that everything, like there's a whole, like for some reason I did not realize that in terms of like frustrated, now I know this is a little generalizing, but frustrated sexuality, internalized sexuality, I was actually fairly healthy in letting it out. And I didn't resort to writing about fictional characters from a television show or book series that didn't, where I mean,
To be fair, that actually is pretty healthy.
it is, but so is actually going out and doing it.
Yes.
Literally. So, yes. Now that we've discussed that topic, which it had to have been said at least for this one, it's like, I would have to say the surrealness of his driving through the city was not even surrealness, his supernatural ability of doing it. Like, no matter what he did in that car, it was always borderline reality bending.
Yeah.
But yeah, also with the funny thing is, watching Good Omens for me, and this is still kind of, I know we made a jump, I had to talk to someone on Facebook, is I understand the fandom community seeing that hinted at relationship, and as Aaron said, that he's been kind of reading up on the forums, that people are like, oh, I didn't see this when I first read it, and I'm like, we kind of had a little discussion last night while we were waiting for the beers to cool down about why that might have been for some people. But the funny thing is because of my interactions with like straight guys, I do see how their relationship would have never been perceived as something romantic.
Yeah.
You know, and I know a lot of people wouldn't. And so it feels like I have my foot in two ponds. What is that idiom? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, I don't remember the idiom exactly.
I know there's a humorous one, but then there's like, I'm living in two worlds.
Yeah.
Because that's where the best of both worlds comes from. But for what little episodes there were, the character development was very deep.
Yes.
The thing is I didn't know much about this thing going in. I don't read. I mean, I can read. I just don't read books.
Yeah.
And so,
And it was so true to the source material. In so many ways, it was wonderful.
yes, I had a roommate a long time ago that played the Discworld games on PlayStation 1. With enough of the narrator in that game, and dealing with like other narrators in games that were sort of like, also there was a game called The Bard's Tale, which had a very similar jovial thing, especially if you didn't do what the narrator was telling you to do. But the thing is, the narrator was Tony J. And the Bard was voiced by...
Terry Elwes?
Yes. I was going to say Robin Hood Men in Tights guy. Anyway, so you have that. But the moment the first monologue, the monologue by God, apparently, is...
Yeah.
The first time the monologue came through, I was like, this is a Terry Pratchett thing. Aaron's like, yes. I'm like, this sounds exactly like you would have the intro to Discworld. It's too on the nose.
Yeah. It was...
Like, I understand that Terry Pratchett has written other things and that this was also influenced by Neil Gaiman. This was like, I almost have the feeling that maybe in the novel version, that this death was also like Discworld death.
Yep.
And it was much less serious than this one in the show.
And talked in all caps.
I could see this guy also talking in all caps. Like literally in the show. So that's that. But I'm saying, like, the way that Death was acting, you could definitely see it. Because in the Discworld game, Death was voiced by Norm Macdonald.
I'll have to look up audio clips. I don't know what he sounds like.
Did you watched a fair number of Adam Sandler movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one where he was one of the kids, where he was going back to school. One of his friends that was dinking around in the pool all day was Norm Macdonald. But anyways, so that's that for the review. I mean, there's not really much to say. It was 10 episodes, and it was great. And
it was not 10 episodes. It was 6 episodes.
6 episodes. Okay. It was 6 episodes. So
like I said, it did an excellent job adapting from the source. There was literally only one scene or one description I'd been hoping for that wasn't there. And when you consider how much I love this book, that's okay.
Yeah. So we're heading out into high wind territory. I will see you guys. I mean, if my hair is not already doing something right now, I look like Data. Alright, I bumped the leg press up to 120 kilos, so whatever the chair weighs plus whatever I weigh on that incline plus 120 kilos. I mean, it's on a ramp, so physics dictates that I'm not actually pushing my full weight like I would on a squat. So yeah, I'm just leaving the gym. Pigeons have been going crazy recently. I mean, they're still stupid, but they are so I did another little printout of the scale in there with the fat percentage and all that jazz, and I was just like, ideal weight, 76.3 kilos. I'm trying to play football, not run a vegan restaurant. I mean, unless I did a really bad conversion for my height and it thinks I'm far shorter than I really am. But I thought 182 was about 5'11". Anyways. So, yeah, that's weird. I will chat with you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a surprise. You know, one of our viewers will be really excited about tomorrow, if it happens. Arranging things are a bit awkward.